Great day, kings and queens. Yeah, welcome to another conversation with Drew, where it's such an honor to be a blessing to you guys by sharing this gift. It's so amazing, man, because this is what a magnificent Monday. It's truly an honor, man, to come before you guys, to share the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that I've received through my experiences, that's allowing me to become the best version of myself. Also, helping you to become the best version of yourself, man. And again, this is a magnificent Monday, man. And I really wanted to touch on this piece, man, that's so near and dear to my heart, called unconditional love. It's changed my life. Great morning, Queen. It's truly changed my life. It's truly placed me in such an understanding on how we are to love and how we are fully capable of loving. This unconditional love piece, I believe, will help a lot of people, not only in their current circumstances, but also in a time to come. Love, man, love. Yeah. Love, it's a powerful tool. It's the most powerful law on the earth. When you understand how powerful love is, you will begin to cultivate the love that's inside of you. You'll begin to, great morning, Queen. You'll begin to truly understand how you were created to love. Now, unconditional love. Let's start with conditional love, right? Conditional love is the only way that I will love you or give you my love is if you meet this long laundry list of things that I have in my mind or that I've written down. That's the only way that I'm going to fully give you my love. That is called conditional love. That is not unconditional love. Unconditional love is so necessary because it truly allows you to see people the way that the Creator sees them. It truly allows you to see people for who they are. You don't see their appearance. You don't see their mistakes. You don't see their flaws. You see the person for who they are. Why? Because that means that person is not done growing. That person has not maxed out their potential. That person still has a lot of potential, a lot of room to grow. And this is what I need you guys to understand, the importance of unconditional love. Because there has been times in your life, there may be times that you're going through right now that you're experiencing a friendship or a relationship, and they may have harmed you. They may have hurt you. They may have lied to you. They may have cheated you. They may have caused your trust to dwindle a little bit. But the thing is that when you have unconditional love, you are able to love without expectation. You're like, dang, Drew, how can you love without expectation? Because this is the way that you were designed to love. See, man, their way of loving is saying that if you do X, Y, and Z, that's how I love you. That means that it's based on conditions. That's not real love. Real love is unconditional love. For those who have children out there, think how many times your children have done you wrong or have disappointed you or have upset you. Did you throw your children away? No. You still love those children. Why? Because it's unconditional love. See, we look at relationships as disposable. We look at friendships as disposable. And that's why we have not truly gotten to the place of having real relationships and real friendships, because we have not learned how to love unconditionally. I was reading this post the other day and it was so powerful. And it was a couple who had been married for 65 years, and they were asked the question, how have you been able to love, this long? They said, because we come from a time that when something is broken, we fix it and we don't throw it away. That's unconditional love. When you are able to love a person, regardless of their mistakes, when you are able to love a person despite their shortcomings, when you're able to love a person like the Creator sees them, again, that person is in a different season. That person may be going through something that you're not going through at the time. But unconditional love allows you to love them without expectation. Why? Because when you love like the Creator loves, you know that eventually, inevitably, that the love that you are expressing, it has to eventually be reciprocated. This is how powerful life is when you walk in your purpose and you are truly seeking the Creator's will for your life, right? I was at the gym this Saturday, and generally I work out from Monday to Friday. I try to get in on Saturday sometimes, but I usually have my little balls of joy with me. So sometimes I get in there on the weekends, sometimes I don't. This is how powerful unconditional love is, right? And so I ran into a friend who I met there older Caucasian woman, and she follows me on social media, and she was just saying, man, Drew, your videos truly bless me. Your posts truly bless me. You have no idea, how, I go to your page and I look at your posts, from time to time again, and it truly blesses me. She was just like, man, thank you. And so, man, when the creator is moving, man, and doing some things, man, you just got to be in that relationship with him in order to really be a help to somebody else. And so, she asked me about my past relationship, and and I explained to her that it failed and so forth and so on, and some principles and tools that I learned from it. And bang, she just started pouring out about her marriage, right? This is what's so powerful. And let me, for all the negative people, she wasn't pouring out for me to feel something, to be turned on or anything like that. She was pouring out from a place of vulnerability, right? This is how powerful unconditional love is, right? Because she's going through some things with her husband and her children right now. And so because I went through what I just went through, because I understand purpose and I understand the will of the creator, I was able to then pour out what it was that I just experienced. And so as she going through this, I could have, and listen, I don't say this, I'm not no relationship coach, no relationship expert, but I do understand unconditional love. It's so sad. I gotta veer just a little bit. It's so sad, and I pray for you queens out here. It's so sad because we have all of these people nowadays who think that they are relationship coaches. Relationship coaches are personal trainers, and so they're creating all of these memes, all of these things that women, you deserve this. If he doing this, then they ain't the right one, and blah blah blah. And you got all of this bull crap out there. And the reality of it is a lot of those people who are trying to be relationship coaches have all failed relationships. That's the problem. How can you listen to all of this nonsense that's not coming from the word of the creator, the manual, the basic instructions before leaving earth? If it's not coming from that, if it's not back from that, stop listening to that stuff. It's bull crap because it's destroying relationships. It's destroying friendships because these people you're listening to, who are supposed to be these relationship experts, they have not have a successful relationship yet. So just because you went and read some literature, you are not deemed to be a relationship coach. You are busting up relationships that are supposed to last. But see, they're not teaching from a point of unconditional love. They're teaching from a point of conditional love. When you understand that people are in seasons in their life, you understand that person that you are with, or that friendship that you are in, that person is going through a phase. Love on them. Let's get back to this work, right? And so as I'm speaking to this queen, about her marriage, I didn't delve into, well, what is he doing? That's not my problem. I didn't ask her, well, where is he at? That's not my problem. What I said to her, because I understand unconditional love, I said, love him. Love your husband. Love him unconditionally. Love him without expectation. Pour out the love that the creator has placed in you. Show him the love of the creator. Begin to stop praying for you and start praying for him. This is unconditional love. Because conditional love is saying that you got to do everything that I desire for you to do at all times. If not, I'm walking away. Again, that is conditional love. That is not unconditional love. Pray for your husband. Cover your husband. We don't know the season that her husband is in. So pray for your husband. Love on your husband. Begin to seek the will of God for y'all's relationship and y'all's marriage. Now, mind you, their kids are 20-something years old and graduated from college. So they've probably been married for a good 20, 30 years. So that's not something that you just walk away from. When y'all hit rock bottom, see, it's easy to love people when everything is perfect. It's easy to love people when everything seems peachy and rosy. It's easy to love people when everything on your checklist is being checked off. It's easy to love people. How do you love when the funk hit the fan? How do you love when hardship comes? How do you love when you are going through turmoil? How do you love? Now that's the true love. That's unconditional love. When you're able to see that person as the creator sees that person. And so as I'm sharing this love, I'm talking about she's boo-hooing, crying, not because I'm some special prophet or something like that. No, it's because what is coming out of my mouth is resonating with the spirit that she is. Love on your husband. Show him the love of God. God honors that. Show him the love of Christ. Christ honors that. And the reason why you have to understand that, right? And as I was studying, the young rabbi, in the first century, it was so powerful, right? And when he showed me the power of unconditional love, he made the choice of picking 12 students, 12 people who walked with him. 2 of them, he knew one would deny him and he knew the other would betray him before he selected them. Is that not unconditional love? To be able to love people, to know that they're going to betray you and that they're going to deny you everything that you did for them, everything that you showed them. They didn't do nothing in return for you, and you still loved them. You still selected them to be your students. You still selected them to be, excuse me. You still selected them to be your prodigies. You still selected them to be those who came after you. That's what's so powerful about unconditional love. Unconditional love allows you to love people as the Creator loves them. So if it's a homeless man in the street, don't dog that homeless man because he's dirty. He's still a human being that has a soul and the Spirit of God inside of him. Love him the way that God loves him. So in these relationships that we're going through, and as I was pouring out to this woman and showing her that this is the way that we're supposed to love unconditionally. Don't walk away from your marriage. Don't go get a divorce. Show your children and your husband the love of the Creator. Unconditional love. Love them regardless of how they're coming at you. Why? Because, man, this is so powerful. When you really get this thing called unconditional love, it'll change your life forever. I said to her, think about the story of Job. When you understand that what we go through in life is only allowed, and that's why we're going through it, your life will change forever. Let me say that different. Let me reword that. When you understand that the very things that you are going through were allowed to happen to you, your life will change forever. When I was reading the story of Job, it was so powerful when it was saying how the enemy came in the presence of the Creator, right? And it said, where did you come from? He said, oh, just going to and fro. You know what I mean? Like, meaning that I'm just out here seeking to be destructive. I'm out here seeking to destroy somebody's life. It was so powerful that he didn't mention Job. The enemy didn't mention Job. The Creator said, have you considered my servant Job? This is what's so powerful, right? And when you understand this principle and component, your life will change. Meaning everything that you're experiencing, you'll understand that it's for a reason, right? He said, did you consider my servant Job, right? This is what's so powerful about this. Meaning that whatever it is that you're willing to tempt him with and test him with, I already prepared him to be able to withstand it. So therefore, nothing can happen to you. Nothing that you're experiencing and going through is not by design. Nothing you're experiencing and going through is stronger and more powerful than what you have inside of you. See, nothing can happen to you if you wasn't already designed to be able to withstand it, kings and queens. This is what's so powerful about this. So whatever you're going through that's challenging your love, whatever you're going through that's testing if your love is conditional or unconditional, understand, like I told her, I said that what you're going through has been allowed. If you weren't capable of being able to show unconditional love in the midst of your marriage right now, it wouldn't be happening. The Creator wouldn't be allowing it. So when you understand that, you begin to seek the love of the Creator. This is what's so powerful. I had to write this down, right? I had to really go to what is the definition of love. And see, again, when I talk about these relationship coaches and these personal trainers, everybody's a personal trainer who got some abs. Everybody's a relationship coach that read a book on love, right? It's so ridiculous out here because they didn't go to the manual. You understand me? They went to some other book that somebody wrote on love, but they didn't go to the manual. So I had to go to the manual. It says love is patient. That's key. Why would that be the first thing that come out? Love is patient. You understand me? Why? Because the season that you're in, even though we may be married right now, kings and queens, even though we may be in a relationship right now, kings and queens, the reality of it is that you may be in a different season than I am right now. So love has to be patient. This is what love is. It says love is kind. It says it does not envy. It does not boast. It says that it is not proud. See, that's why unconditional love is so powerful, because it understands that I have to go through certain things. I have to go through certain experiences with you, because Our love is not being tested when everything is perfect. Our love is being tested when we're going through a problem, when we're going through situations together. That is the opportunity. We call those crises. Crisis is nothing but an opportunity for you to prove what it is that you believe, or you to prove what it is that you have inside of you. So the crisis that you may be experiencing in your love life or in your friendship is an opportunity for you to show that love is patient, that love is kind, that love does not envy, that love does not boast, that love is not proud. It says it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. See, that's why I say that you have to be able to love without expectation. I hope y'all getting this morning, man. Because I promise you, it'll change the way that you love people from here on out. It says that love is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. I got to touch on that real fast, right? Because we have a lot of people out here who love the way that the world loves. We don't have a lot of individuals out here that can love the way that the Creator loves, that love without expectation. Again, when you understand unconditional love, the reason why the Creator was able to love without expectation, because while you were still in a life of sin is rebellion. Okay, let me break that down. The King has certain laws that protect you. That's like if a manufacturer created a hairdryer, he created certain laws. That doesn't mean that the hairdryer can't reach its maximum potential. It's saying that I created certain laws to protect you, so do not use me and operate me in water because I kill you. So understand that you have to have laws when you understand that you are the creation of a creator. And so the Creator created laws. We call him the King, right? And he created laws to protect you. And so when you rebel against those laws and create your own laws of the way that you choose to live, that's called sin, right? So when you understand this, you understand unconditional love. And so the reason why it's so dope when it says that love, it keeps no records of wrongdoings, because the world taught us this. I can forgive, but I can't forget. Bang! That's your problem. That's the very problem right there, kings and queens, because that does not fall under the head of unconditional love. That falls under the title of conditional love. When you understand unconditional love, you have to not only forgive, but you also have to forget. Why? Because the Creator said that I not only forgive you, but I forget. Meaning that I cast your wrongdoings in the sea of forgetfulness. So I literally forget every single thing that you do. So that's the problem, right? Because we'll do something and then we'll go to the Creator like, but you remember when no, I don't. What you talking about? But you do. You remember when I used to get high? No, I don't remember that. What about when I win? Because he's forgotten about the very things that he's forgiven you about. So when we understand this and we understand that we are to operate and function the same exact way. I see that son kissing me this morning. I had to roll down the window. He gave me these good old kisses every morning. So when you understand that you have the authority, the power, the makeup, the DNA, the inner wiring to be able to forgive and forget. So for those who keep saying, I forgave them, but I didn't forget, that's why you're not working. That's why what you're in is not working, because you're operating under the laws and the rules in the earth and not under the Creator. So that's why you're going through problems. That's why your relationships and friendship keep failing, because you do not understand that you were created to not only forgive, but you were also created to forget, because that is unconditional love. See, people, they lie to you and say, well, when you did that to me, I did forgive you because I stayed in the relationship with you, or I stayed in that friendship with you, or that's a lie. You only stayed because you tolerated it long enough until your toleration ran out. But if you truly forgave that person, then you don't bring it up every time you're reminded of that wrongdoing. That's why it says that love keeps no record of wrongs. Because when you understand the power of unconditional love, you understand that I see you how the Creator sees you. I see you how you were created, meaning that your wrongs, your mistakes that you did does not define you. It was a season that you were in. It was some mistakes that you made. But when you understand unconditional love, I can love you through that. That's what unconditional love is. And that's why I told that woman when I was speaking to her at the gym over the weekend, listen, I wasn't even supposed to be in the gym. But I knew it was a divine assignment when we walked up to each other and we started talking. And this was what's so powerful. I said, love your husband through his mistakes. Love your children through their mistakes. Why? Because the rules are the rules. The laws are the laws. He said, I will turn the hearts of the children back to the parents and the hearts of the parents back to the children. So your children is going to love you. But the way that you show them is you love them as they're attacking you. You show unconditional love to them. Don't love them when your kids are being great. Love them when they're being horrific, and show them the love of the Creator, because you have that inside of you. Love your husband even in the midst of his mistakes, because you have that love inside of you. This is unconditional love. I mean, she was standing there bawling. We in the middle of the gym. She's standing there bawling because what is being said to her is resonating in her soul. It's resonated with the spirit that she is. She said, man, Drew, how do you do this? I said, I don't. I'm just in relationship. I'm just listening to the source. And then we prayed right there in the middle of the gym. Because I understand the power of unconditional love. I understand being able to truly love somebody the way that the Creator loves us. And to be able to love somebody while they were still in their sin. Listen, Christ died, right? Jesus Christ died for us. This is what's so powerful when I read this story. If you don't believe it, that's cool. Whatever you believe in, I pray it's working for you. Jesus Christ died for us. Yet when we were still in the lifestyle of sin, in the lifestyle of rebellion, when the lifestyle of declaring independence, he still died for us. He still died for us knowing that some of us still hated him. He still died for us knowing that some of us would eventually hate him. He still died for us knowing that we were still getting drunk and getting high and popping pills and having sex and cheating taxes and robbing people and stealing from people and selling drugs. He still loved us in spite of that. That is powerful, unconditional love. And when you understand that, kings and queens, when you understand that you have that same quality, that same characteristic, that same capability in you right now, you will learn to love who it is that needs unconditional love right now, just like that. Just like that. Let me go ahead and finish this law. It says, love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It said it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. We're talking about unconditional love. Unconditional love never fails. That's why I was able to speak life into that queen and tell her to love in the midst of everything that you're going through. Because if you're going through it, you were created to be able to withstand it. If you could not withstand it, then the Creator is going to remove you out of that situation. I'm not telling no king, I'm not telling no queen to stay in a relationship where people are beating you upside the head with baseball bats. I'm not. That's not unconditional love. That's being foolish. I'm not going to tell you that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that to you. But if somebody has made a mistake, or somebody has made multiple mistakes, that does not define who that person is. Unconditional love is being able to see that something is broken and fix it and work on that thing with that person. That's unconditional love. Unconditional love is seeing that person how the Creator sees them. One of my favorite movies is Avatar, right? And one of the most powerful, profound, and significant moments of that movie, Avatar, is when she said, I see you, Jake Sully. I see you, Jake Sully. That was one of the most powerful moments in that movie, because she was saying, despite what we believe about human beings, despite what we've experienced with the human beings, despite what we've gone through with the human beings, the very soul that you are, the very spirit that you are, I see you, Jake Sully. I see you for who you are. I see you the way that the Creator sees you. I see you the way that my God sees you. I see you in spite of your mistakes, in spite of your flaws, and in spite of your shortcomings. I see you, Jake Sully. That was the most powerful, profound part to me in that movie. I see you. How do you see your brothers and sisters? How do you see other kings and queens? Do you see them through the eyes of the Creator? Or do you see them the way that the world sees them? That's the most significant thing that you can learn about life. Can you love like the Creator created you to love? Or will you continue to suffer in the love that the way that the world taught you how to love? And that's conditional. That is truly conditional. Somebody just asked, how is it possible to love someone unconditionally who doesn't love you unconditionally? Listen, when you understand that you were created to love like the Creator was loved, the Creator created you to love, you will love without expectation. I know some people be hearing that like, that don't make sense, Drew. You expect that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't expect that person to love you back. Why? Because when you are able to love unconditionally like the Creator created you to love, you will love that person in spite of their shortcomings. You will love that person in spite of their flaws. Why? Because love never fails, right? Love conquers all, right? So therefore, if that person is not loving you unconditionally, you have to believe in the power of unconditional love. Therefore, if you love that person unconditionally, you have to believe that that unconditional love will work. See, you went into the situation with conditional love, and that's why you're questioning, how can you love somebody unconditionally who's not reciprocating that? The thing is that unconditional love doesn't look for reciprocation. Unconditional love only wants to serve. It only wants to give. It only wants to pour out. I'm telling you, it only wants to be able to express itself unconditionally. It does not want anything in return. It just wants to be able to show the love of God. That's it. That's all that it wants. That's all that it desires. And you have to understand, if it's not with that person, the Father still honors that. That love never fails, meaning that it won't fall short. So if it's not with that person, the power of you being able to express that is so powerful within itself. Learn that principle. Learn that law. And you will succeed in what we call love. You were created to love unconditionally, kings and queens. You were created to love that person regardless of if that person is reciprocating that unconditional love back in return. You have that capability, because if you are only loving that person the way that that person loves you, that is called conditional love. That's it. That is it. That is called conditional love. Unconditional love expects nothing back in return. It expects nothing back in return. Look, the young Jewish rabbi, he selected two people knowing one would betray him and one would deny him. That means that I selected you knowing that you will fail me. I'm not expecting anything back in return. The only thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to express the unconditional love that was placed in me. And that is being able to select two people to rock with me, to be my road dogs, to be my homies, to be my students. And I'm telling you, when you are able to express that, knowing that this person may not love you the same, when you're able to express that, knowing that this person may not ever even love you, when you are able to do that, knowing that this person I never knew before, I never met before, but I can express the unconditional love that I was created to express, I'm telling you, it will take your life, it'll take your relationship, it will take your friendships to the next level, because you have that capability inside of you. Unconditional love, it does not keep records of wrongs. Unconditional love, it does not boast. Unconditional love is patient. Unconditional love is kind. Unconditional love does not dishonor others. Unconditional love, it cannot fail, kings and queens. So whatever it is that you're experiencing, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're in friendships or not, whether it's at work or not, it does not matter what that person is doing. Show them unconditional love and watch how it is honored. Watch how it surmounts what they're expressing, their conditional love or their conditional likes. Watch how it surmounts that. Watch how it takes over that. Watch how it has dominion over that, because you were created. You were created out of unconditional love. You were created to express unconditional love. And when you understand that, you are able to not only forgive, but forget. Because that person is not their mistakes. That supervisor that's getting on your nerves, that's not their mistakes. You have to understand that people come from different backgrounds. They come from different upbringings. So you cannot expect them to do what you do at all times. That's not a reality, people. That is not a freaking reality. They come from different backgrounds. People didn't grow up like you grew up. They didn't grow up in a same. Listen, you have identical twins who have totally different lives. They didn't grow up in the same home that you did. They didn't come from the same background. How can you expect them to do everything that you do right now? That's crazy. But unconditional love says we'll get it together one day. If you keep expressing unconditional love, and I keep expressing unconditional love, and I love you without expectation, and you love me without expectation, we'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. And that's what unconditional love is. So I pray that this blessed y'all, man. It's truly blessed me, man. I love you guys with all my heart, man. But remember, man, it's not a look, it's a lifestyle, because we do this every day, not to impress people, but to leave an impression on the earth, man. If you want to donate to this movement, again, man, we're going to build beyond Facebook Live one day, and we're in the process of doing it. If you want to donate, hit me up at Andrew D. Clayborn. That's CLAYBORN at gmail.com. Andrew D. Clayborn at gmail.com. Inbox me for the instructions, or DM me as this goes on Instagram. And I love you guys. Have a magnificent Monday. I'm telling you, man, this unconditional love piece will allow you to forgive. Forgiveness is the very key that'll unlock the blessings that you deserve in your life. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Peace.